another Friday, and we are heading up to Columbia. Another week has gone by. Going to check on the plane, and first we've got to make a stop in Stockton, where we rented a interim hangar with the asphalt rework that they're going to be doing for the Tracy Airport here, starting the beginning of May. They said 2 months. I don't believe them. So anyway, we're going to get badged so we can get onto the property. Stockton is I believe a Class Delta airport. No, it's a Charlie because control tower. But Amazon is based out of there. They do have some Allegiant and United flights going in there as well. And then just a lot of other activity because it's got a runway that's like 6,000 feet long. So anyway, we are off to do that, and then going to hit the highway up to Columbia. So let's go for a ride. Well, we made it up to Columbia, and not much of a change. So, still looks the same. Nothing really to report on. They have got all of the servos in for the ailerons and the elevator, and they did have the servo in for the trim, but really not much to see and report on. But we've got a special treat for you, so here we go. There we go.
We were fine, but everybody from the field showed up and thought we were all right.
I managed to get mine.
So we did promise a surprise here, and this is what we are going to be doing. Going up on the tri-motor today, and was at the airport earlier this morning getting the hangar taken care of, and so saw this and checked with them, and they are doing rides. So we are back at the airport and looking to go in for a ride here, and going around the area and getting to know the Ford tri-motor. Awesome airplane.
Very simple device, okay? Thank you. What we'd like to let you know, though, is please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the plane returns to its parking place and the cabin door is opened. Keep your head down as you pass through that little round door because it's a lot shorter than you, okay? And about midway up to the pilot seat, the ceiling comes down significantly. Watch your head. That's where the wing spar goes through the aircraft. It loves to troll for heads, okay? In the unlikely event of a water landing, life vests are located in a pouch beneath your seat. No smoking is permitted at any time in or around the aircraft. in the event of a fire, a red fire extinguisher, is located on the floor on the right side of the aircraft behind the co-pilot seat. Now, we have found over these past few days that the plane only catches fire about every third flight.
Good. Yeah. This is a 2.5. You're on number 2. This is a 2.5. This is the third. Yeah.
Okay. And in an emergency, there are 2 exits. The main door through which you enter the aircraft, and in the cockpit, pull the red handle located in the cockpit ceiling to release the canopy and shove it out of your way. Now, this is probably the time that you should go back to your car and get the parachute out of your trunk. Okay?
Okay.
Because we did urge you to bring it when you signed that waiver.
Let's go. Help yourselves.
They told me that wing was
That was the old one. That was the earlier version. Nope.
When you get in the plane, look out the window at the engines, and there are gauges on the engines.
Oh, no kidding.
External gauges.
So radial, how many horsepower are these each?
These are about, what, 450?
And what do you burn gallons per hour?
gallon a minute.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, do the math. Do the math.
Oh, geez. That's per engine?
Total.
Total. That's still a lot.
16 hours.
Yeah, that's still a
Yeah,
lot.
that's enough.
My little one's I want an aisle seat. Just kidding.
Always a smart ass.
Of course.
Lori, you flying this though?
Yeah.
I thought you was
I
flying.
took my license away a couple years ago.
Oh, man.
Ever
No
since I
flying, no flying, huh?
No, I wasn't drinking.
He promised not to go upside down.
We can watch the gauges as they fly.
Did you put fuel in this plane before taking off? Yeah. Okay.
The Ford Tri-Motor, or as it was known by its popular name, the Tin Goose, was a successful 1920s airliner that was operated by many counties throughout Europe as well as in Africa, Asia, Australia, South America and the United States. It was used by nearly all the major US carriers and carried 8 to 17 passengers plus a 2-man crew. It played a dominant role in establishing domestic routes throughout the United States, until it was eclipsed in 1934 by the next generation of all-metal airlines, The Boeing 247 and Douglas DC-2 199 trimotors were produced, and it made its inaugural flight on the 11th of June, 1926. The 4A carried 8 passengers and had a crew of 2 in an open cockpit and was powered by 3 200 HP Wright J4 Whirlwind engines. In 1927, this was followed with an improved 4B with a larger wingspan, seating for 12 passengers, and was powered by 3 220 HP J5 Whirlwinds. The last version of this series was the 4F powered by 3 300 HP J6 Whirlwinds. Total 4 production was 78. When the trimotor was first built, the service life of the plane was only expected to be 2,500 hours. However, trimotors remained in service long after they were expected to be retired, creating a testament as to the quality of and workmanship of the airplane. This set a new standard for the expected service life of future aircraft. The 4TRI motor was of all-metal construction of 3 layered outlet aluminum sheeting. The sheeting core metal was duralumin, which had coatings of pure aluminum on either side, making it highly resistant to corrosion, even at the edges and where it was riveted. 5. This process created a material that was very durable and long-lasting. The metal sheeting was also corrugated, which provided additional strength, but also increased drag, thus decreasing overall performance. Unlike most aircraft at the time, the flight controls were also all metal rather than fabric covered. Flight controls were normally fabric covered to reduce weight and were easier to balance.
So this is our cockpit. So magnetos, control yokes, gauges, engine out front. Amazing, amazing plane. And some radios. So we'll just do a kind of a 360 here. Great ride. They did a fantastic job. And so now we're on our way out. But look at this. This used to be how air travel was. And this was like luxury. It got one seat out. It was probably, oh yeah, the lab is there. Let's see, where did I leave my camera? But it's all done in mahogany, as you can see. The lab won't open with the chair like it is unless the lab goes in. Oh, it does. We'll do a little peek. How cool. Airworthiness. Look at it. It was just the luxurious way to go.